I'm back. I'm back for a little chat on the couch. MIKETV couch chat. And wow, I was totally and completely surprised. I was caught off guard that Trump won, to be honest. And here's the thing, right? There is a reason why I'm sitting here, there's a reason why I'm sitting right here. You know what I mean? You look at the background here, it's not impressive. This is not the Trump Tower. There's a reason why I'm sitting here and Trump is sitting there because the man is a genius. I could not believe it. The man's a genius. He spent like a third of what Hillary Clinton spent. Hillary Clinton had eight times the employees. On the Trump campaign, he had 100 employees, 100 people. Clinton had 800. Clinton had Obama. Clinton had every resource you can imagine. People, the USA Today even came out for the first time ever in its history to denounce Trump. And she had the wind at her back. And Trump outsmarted her. Right? The man's a genius. He's smarter than you or me. Right? He's smarter than you or me. Whatever he did it. Now, the thing is a lot of people talk about hate. Right? And let me say something about that. See, there's difference between being hateful and strong. Right? So if you come out and you're real strong, that doesn't mean you hate someone or you hate the people or you're full of hate. Right? You know what? A nice person could be nice to you, but they could be very hateful. Whereas someone who comes out, they're strong and they're firm, it looks like they're hate and evil. And there's a tendency to sit there and associate hate with strong people. And there's a tendency to associate someone who's, niceness and goodness with someone who's just like really light and fluffy, right? Let me talk about the Bible and the Quran. What does it say about the false prophet, right? The evil false prophet. A false prophet is not going to act like, evil. They're going to act real good and have goodness in their heart and stuff, but they're truly evil, right? So the thing is Trump is not an evil person. Even though he comes out real strong. And sometimes you have to admit, in some situations, you do need a strong arm kind of guy. Like the president of the Philippines, they make him out to be an evil person. But the reality is, the Philippines is a crazy, crazy place. There's warlords and there's drug lords and stuff. They have these very impoverished neighborhoods. Maybe they need a strong man to come in there, a strong arm leader to come in there and get some shit done to make society a lot better. Maybe what they don't need is someone who's nice and floaty and weak. They need someone who's strong, and they've got that strong man right now. And same thing with the guy in India. The guy in India kicks some ass. And you know what? That's because a lot of the Indian people are impoverished. Maybe they need an ass kicker for once. Now, out in the Midwest, they've got people who are sitting on their ass, and they're sitting on their ass like in places like Michigan through no fault of their own. The factories moved out, and there's a huge humanitarian problem in the Midwest. The Democrats couldn't figure it out because they were too busy sitting down with the Google executives and this executive and that executive and the billionaires and the foreign leaders, and they got too much into that crap, and they forgot about their people in the Midwest. But Trump didn't forget. He was out there, and he made some pretty strong promises, about bringing the business back. And let's say, look, the United States is not a one-stop shop. They are not a one-stop shop for every country out there. They're not a one-stop shop for Mexico. They're not a one-stop shop for China. China and Mexico and Canada and all these countries should develop their own economies rather than exploiting ours. Why can't Canada or Mexico come up with their own automobile brand? Why do they have to take our brand? That's our brand. That's our jobs. That's our company. That's what they say Made in America was all about. Now it's made in Mexico, it's made in Canada, made in China, right? So, Trump is a kick-ass kind of guy, and that's what we need. We need someone to kick some ass to get these countries back, right? And let me tell you something. In the Quran and in the Bible, what does it say about corruption? Corruption is a major sin in both the Quran and the Bible. In Muslim, the corruption is punishable by death in the Quran. So it's even stronger in the Islamic world about corruption. Hillary Clinton is corrupt. Corruption is evil. Being strong and being a firm speaker is not what evil's about. Corruption is evil. Taking or giving a bribe is evil. That's evil. That's hate. That's hate to me. Now, today we have a humongous humanitarian problem in the United States. There's a lot of people who've dropped out of the workforce. They're living off of family. They're living off of other people, and they've gotten used to it. You can even see these guys on the internet. They call them full-time mom or full-time dad, or just like, just some dude who's blogging on the internet or whatever, And everyone around it can see it. Everyone around them can see it, especially those who have a job. They can see it just like I see it. Maybe they won't say anything, but they see the problems. And that's the problem. We've got to get people off their ass, get them back into real jobs, and we need an ass kicker. And that's Donald Trump.